Hello! It's Megatalker Killer, and for 3 weeks we played through Subnautica below zero for the first time, getting 100% of the achievements with no alerts. Or a compass, I guess. I don't know why I never made one, but it did add to the challenge.
This is the farthest that I can take you on company space bucks, Robin. You sure you want this? The research isn't everything.
It is to me. And Sam. I need to know what happened.
The meteor storm.
I can use it for cover from Altera's eyes.
Gonna miss you, Robin.
I'll find my way back.
At the start of the game, we meet the first two characters, Cal and Robin. We learn that Robin chose to go down to 4546B to find out what happened to her sister. Using the meteor shower as cover, she launches herself down to the planet after saying goodbye. On the way down, we make contact with a meteor that sets our drop pod on fire. And it's a good thing we're immune to fire and have super strength because we needed to break the door off the hinges to escape. Dang, she's strong. She kicked that door down like it was nothing. With our wagon fire. As soon as we escaped, we were in circles around the pod, picking up whatever we could find. Using the pod as a bonfire, we were able to keep warm long enough to realize that there was a big orange marker telling us where to go. On my way, I got scared of the sudden movement of a pink flower, listened to Robin explain the obvious,
Smokes. That did not go as planned.
and learned that even though we're immune to fire, we can still be burnt. When we reached the ocean, we jumped in and swam to the penguins to say hello. Hey, little buddy. Getting reminded how terrifying the game is from the ambient noises alone, I quickly hurried up and jumped into the drop pod. I'm hearing noises already. Oh, this game's gonna be rough.
Found the drop pod.
Once inside, we got greeted with many logs and communications, which I can quickly sum up for you. This is where we meet Sam's character, the sister whose death we are investigating. We learn that she has a cat nicknamed Potato, that she worked with a woman named Lillian, and their HQ was named Delta Station, which has a big radio tower nearby. Once I finished listening to 10 minutes of logs, I hopped back outside to gather some ribbon plant, assaulted 2 unexpected fish, and then punished by Aquaman himself as I drowned to death. I guess turning alerts off was a bad idea after all. Regaining my life, or some people call it, respawning, I came up with the idea to hop back in the water and farm very needed materials such as titanium, copper, lead, creep vine seed, quartz, and even some salt. With our hard-earned resources, we were able to make this beautiful stabby thing, then pause to admire our forging skills. After, we crafted some fins and a scanner, which we also stared at.
All right, I have a scanner.
Now let me just say, I was thrilled to get out there and scan some random plants. So much so. Oh! I'm gonna drown again. I forgot. I made it. We're good. After that scare, I made fiber mesh for the standard O2 tank. With our new lung capacity, we traveled an astonishing 125 meters to reach the emergency supply cache. Here we find the mineral detector and a PDA from Sam's mustache friend Fred, who has some very important details to share.
Just a huge creature frozen in ice.
What? Where?
In a cave, not far from your lab. And here's the extra weird part. As soon as I called it in, they closed off the area. Wish I could show you, but I can't get back in there.
You can. But I might know how to.
Whatever you're thinking, we never had this conversation.
Anyway, I found a cave that was home to an old friend from the first Subnautica. He didn't seem too happy to see me though. Oh, what's that? Oh no, I remember this thing. Ow. Oh, just like old times. Returning back to base, I was able to scrape up the resources needed to make the material detector.
The mineral detector can sniff out raw materials, potentially saving you hundreds of hours of searching.
With hundreds of hours now saved, I gave it a bit of a test run. During the test run, I got a weird alien message and found the last sea glider fragment.
That sounds like a distress call.
Transmission of unknown origin. Source of transmission depth calculated at approximately 200 meters.
Ignoring the distress call, we instead grabbed some creep vine to make some baby oil. Now we could complete our sea glider. Moving at the speed of light, we set off to find some sulfur. In the process, we found 2 mobile vehicle fragments and the sulfur we were looking for. No way. Is that really how I get sulfur? With the sulfur our bestie had stored for us, we can craft up the repair tool. We didn't need the repair tool right now, but it would definitely come in clutch later. Finally getting to explore, I started by scanning different creatures. This led me straight to a structure that held the greatest item in the entire playthrough. A desk. Now I can set up my gaming PC I bought from... Just kidding, no sponsors. However, if you like and sub, we might get there one day. Seriously, I need this. Back to the exploring, we found our first sea truck fragment and what I thought was the largest creature in the ocean at the time. Spoilers, it's not. What are those? Are those aggressive? Those look mad aggressive. Oh, those are aggressive. Oh no. Oh no. Running away from our problems, we found 2 PDAs and a databank that gave us the high-capacity O2 tank that I needed a lot sooner than I realized. High oxygen tank. Okay, window. Oh, snap. I'm dead. I'm dead here. I mean, you can't make this up. Once I returned, I found the final piece to the sea truck, as well as a window and the habitat builder. When I reached home, I was greeted by a message about the Delta station we read about earlier.
Alterra beacon signature detected. Unique identifier. Delta station dock.
Ignoring that for the time being, I crafted a high-capacity O2 tank. Then back to the logs for more lore. This is where we meet Emmanuel, who is Mustache Man's boss. Emmanuel is getting on Fred for helping Lil with some secret tasks she isn't supposed to be doing. It was now time to head over to that Delta station. However, 620 meters traveling by box fan isn't our only problem. If you remember, the big scary fish are in that direction. Checking our surroundings every 30 seconds, we eventually made it with no issues. On the dock, we found a floodlight, a trash can, a coffee machine, and a bench. Truly everything you need to survive here. We jumped back in the water to look for resources, but instead found a rock puncher, and even though we have arms and legs, I quickly learned we look identical to a stone. Oh! Okay, they are aggressive. They do not like me. Back on land and far away from the angry shrimp, we received a warning.
This is a recorded message. If you can hear this, you're trespassing. If you know what's good for you, you'll get the hell out of here.
Trembling in fear, we pressed forward to explore the island. All jokes aside though, she did keep her word, as she sent me into cardiac arrest. Oh my gosh.
Right there, Alterra. You're out of bounds.
I'm not with Alterra.
Then your position is doubly precarious.
What do you mean?
If you're telling the truth, you're out of your mind. If you're lying, there'll be hell to pay.
Wait! Who are you?
Stay off my land.
Even though she spared our lives this time, we ignored her and kept going. This led us to several buildings full of goodies, like Mustache Man's golden trimmers. This place was also home to this wonderful device. Addictions aside, we found some more practical items such as the multi-purpose room, a map of all the facilities we will need to visit, and a modification station. After feeding our addiction one last time, we left the facility to search the island a bit more. While exploring, we found a cave full of gold, and with all this gold, we could now make the habitat builder.
Adding emergency shelter blueprints to your databank.
Since our storage was full, we immediately started working on the base, placing a multi-purpose room first, then giving it a door. We entered only to be told we couldn't breathe without power.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
So we gave this room some center decor called a bioreactor, that we could feed living things in exchange for oxygen. What a trade, am I right? Now that we could breathe, we extended our base with a hallway and another multi-purpose room. We filled our new room with a fabricator and many storage boxes. Whilst out getting titanium for the base, we ran into our final vehicle bay fragment, which I was very excited about. Oh my gosh! We found it! The mobile vehicle bay. Then we finished off our base with a scanner room that I found so useless, I ended up removing it later.
A scanner room will allow you to survey the surrounding region for fragments and material resources like lithium or copper or titanium if you need help finding it, for whatever reason.
After the scanner room was complete, I grabbed some table coral for a computer chip. Now I could finally craft the mobile vehicle bay. Then we tossed it into the ocean because apparently that's how you build advanced machinery. These are the things we needed to gather for the sea truck. So we headed out to Delta Station Island to pick up some resources. With absolutely no luck finding what I needed, I instead stumbled across this alien structure.
This alien technology exhibits a data signature that strongly correlates with the previously recorded distress call.
Interesting. How about I can use this new data to identify where that call was coming from?
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Here we found our first 2 ion cubes, and based on this symbol aggressively bouncing around, I figured it was probably important enough to scan. On my way to the water, we saw some random spiky fins sticking out, and although every instinct said leave, I obviously went to investigate. What are those? Once in the water, I was both disappointed and relieved to discover it was just the same big fish we've already seen. We left the area before they decided I looked edible and went searching for silver elsewhere, right as my PDA casually informed me there was a giant ship right next to me.
Detecting stern of an astronautical Sol Transcove vessel nearby. Vessel name, Mercury 2. Inoperative.
Ignoring all the distant screaming, because that's always a good sign, we swam around the Mercury 2 looking for a way inside. Leaving the ship for now, we found some lithium, silver, and gold just casually lying around. Gold! Back at the base, we built a battery charger to pretend like we care about the environment and recycle, but really I'm just too lazy to craft new ones. Now that I'm saving the planet, I figured it needed some toxic jet fumes, so I built a sea truck. When it finished 3D printing itself, we hopped in and took it for a little test drive. During my joyride, I found a new structure where I learned the exterior crop plot, and immediately stole a bunch of ribbon plant. After that, we tested how deep 150 meters really is by driving it straight down into the void like a genius. Here, we discovered a brand new species of fuckno as I watched it devour something in the distance. Oh! It's aggressive. Naturally, I ran deeper into the biome, trying to reach this pilot. However, upon arrival, I was greeted by 3 more whale squids apparently working security. With the sea truck hitting its depth limit, I had no choice but to rely on my highly advanced oxygen tank. So I made the completely rational decision to get out and swim for it. Once past the guard dogs, I found nothing, except a sea truck afterburner upgrade, which I'm pretty sure is not the pilot I was looking for. At 31 oxygen, I was forced to retreat back into the sea truck, before becoming a part of the ecosystem. On my way back to base, I ran into another creature from this biome. Despite being massive, this whale was passive and had no interest in eating me. Around the corner, there was another peaceful creature, a giant jelly, just drifting through the water. Having had enough of nature, I returned to the Mercury 2 to see what I could actually accomplish. Here, we found 2 laser cutter fragments and a sealed door I'd have to deal with later. After leaving the ship, I found myself dangerously close to our first Leviathan. And we're never coming in this direction again. What is that? Before I decided the sea truck was a snack, I got out of there as fast as possible. Back in the familiar area between Delta Station and the drop pod, I found some lava pits. Inside these trenches were hidden caves filled with resource veins containing gold and diamond. Going deeper, we found structures that looked like some kind of resource mining operation. This place unlocked the moonpool and sea truck dock, and had rubies scattered throughout the cave. Taking a peek into the massive hole in the center, we found absolutely nothing useful, just a shrimp and another ruby. Not nearly brave enough to go further, we headed back up and got back into the sea truck. To progress, we needed to go deeper, so back at base, we immediately crafted the depth upgrade of Mark 1. With our new 300-meter limit, we ventured back into whale squid-infested waters, leading us to a cave full of sea monkey nests. While down there, we found our first ultra-capacity tank fragment and unlocked the propulsion cannon. Nice! In another cave closer to the drop pod, we found an architect obelisk and another ion cube. Leaving the cave, we were greeted by a swarm of eye jellies that we could scan for completely useless information. On the way back to base, I stumbled across a structure I thought I had already visited, which unlocked the rebreather. Across the trench was a cave with glowing green pillars that finally led me to a location I've been struggling to find. This turned out to be the source of that distress call we've been expertly ignoring.
Sanctuary power critical.
Hello? Is someone there?
In a manner of speaking. We're running out of time.
What is all this?
Seeking emergency storage medium.
I can help you better if you show yourself.
If we could show ourselves, we would not need storage.
You mean you don't have a physical presence? Are you one of them? An architect?
Storage medium identified.
We will be lost unless we find a new host. Can you help?
Can you use my PDA for storage?
You are not with the group from before. Your cybernetic components bear their signal.
Altera? No, my equipment is, borrowed.
It will have to do.
Moving further in, we made the quick and responsible decision to steal more ion cubes with zero understanding of the consequences. In the final room, we found a massive cube that politely instructed us to mess with the terminal.
How long have you been stored here?
Longer than hoped.
Warning. Sanctuary power critical.
Our data can be downloaded from the terminal. We may speak more once the transfer is complete.
Yes, okay. Hurrying.
Storage medium accepted. Brace for transfer.
Brace? What's happening?
Transfer. Transfer complete.
How do you feel?
Why do you sound like you're inside my head?
The facility identified hospitable capacity within your cerebral cortex.
You are in my head? I offered you my PDA! Get out!
Oh no. Does your kind perceive a boundary between cybernetic and organic components?
My mind is not a component!
You sound angry. We will allow you a moment to process.
Don't you go silent on me. Hello? This is not happening. That's the explanation. It's not happening.
Now that it has given us what I can only assume is multiple personality disorder, we suddenly have a lot of problems to solve. Immediately after leaving, I received a phone call from inside my own head.
We understand this arrangement is undesirable to you.
You're not real. Go away.
To go, we require a suitable body for transfer.
Why do you keep saying we? How many of you are there?
One of us and all of us. We do not think of ourselves as individual, distinct.
Why don't you start by telling me who you are?
You may append your seed code to my species designation. Please call me Al-An.
My whole life I've been dying to meet a sapient spacefaring alien up close, and you're telling me your name is Alan?
Is it insufficient?
No, it's fine. It's perfect. Where are you from, Alan?
Your kind calls us architects.
The precursor race. But what are you doing here?
That is a long story. Perhaps you will prefer to focus on the construction of a new storage medium to which I may transfer.
Yes. Fine, absolutely. How do we get you out of my head?
I have added the information to your data bank. You will need to find the necessary components.
Any idea where I can find them?
It is unclear. I have been disconnected from my network for so long I cannot locate the coordinates.
So now we need to build Alan a body. For now, we made a rebreather, deconstructed the scanner room, and installed a moon pool. After that, we built a modification station and immediately upgraded our knife. Then I added a counter and a coffee machine so I could stay up all night editing this nonsense.
The sweet scent of dirty bean water.
When my PDA finished insulting my espresso, we installed a jukebox, completing an achievement.
The jukebox lets you listen to music in your base. No one said survival couldn't be funky.
Now that we had some luxury furniture, we went back out to gather more resources. While gathering, we found our final grav trap fragment. Back at base, I placed a tunnel that immediately destroyed everything and flooded the base. Apparently, old strength matters. So I ran around adding reinforcements and patching up all the holes like a responsible scientist.
Hull integrity restored. Draining systems initiated.
Oh. With the base no longer actively collapsing, we added a tunnel leading to our new sea truck dock. Then I realized I forgot to add a ladder, which cost 1 titanium, financially ruining me. Even though we're now broke, at least we can park our sea truck in our new garage. Oh, that's cool. And now it should be charging as well. After parking, I started working on some gardening. I placed a floodlight, then added 4 exterior crop plots.
The grow bed lets you grow plants and vegetables, providing flavorful options for evading scurvy.
Not entirely sure how they work, I planted ribbon plants everywhere. And then immediately changed my mind and added creepvine instead. After that, I went out to stock up on table coral, since for some reason I can't grow that. Back at base, I crafted 2 grav traps, which basically let me vacuum up resources into one convenient pile. With my new overpowered tool, I went back to the Mercury 2. Cutting open the door like the highly trained operative I am, I explored new sections and found 2 parallel processing unit fragments. Parallel processing unit something. Nice. Okay, there's another parallel processing unit fragment. With nothing else left inside, we checked the surrounding wreckage. Here we found a sea truck fish tank, a command chair, and a fabricator module fragment. Before leaving, we grabbed a databank entry that unlocked the control room and found the spiral plant I'd been searching for. Right above that, I played a quick game of cat and mouse, barely grabbing a sea truck sleeper module fragment. A few minutes later, we found another section of the Mercury 2 where I picked up a jukebox disc I will absolutely never use, and the final parallel processing unit. About 100 meters in a direction I'll never remember, we found a hole so deep the sea truck couldn't reach the bottom.
What you found is more than just an artifact. It will help me follow the traces my people left on this planet.
I'm glad I could help.
I know you would still prefer me to have a corporeal form of my own.
Well, yes.
If you continue searching, I may regain some of my connection to the network, piece by piece.
At the bottom, I grabbed an ion cube and scanned the fossil excavator. While listening to Robin complain about her co-workers, I scanned a sea truck docking module fragment.
I can't lie. Work would go faster if I could read my colleagues' minds, but thoughts are private, and people have their own inner lives. People change and need space to think.
On the way back up, I scanned a horsepower upgrade stuck inside a sea monkey nest. Another nest had an exosuit thermal reactor module fragment. Deeper into another biome, we found a marine life analyzer and our old friend Margaret.
It is both reassuring and unsettling to rediscover this site after being in storage for so long. My connection to the network grows stronger, however slightly. I hope you will continue to search for more of these.
Maximum
Didn't I
depth
tell
reached.
you to stay
Hull damage
away?
imminent.
From what? I don't even know who you are.
Marguerite Maida's the name. You're on my turf.
Great. Can I come in and warm up?
What part of go away do you not understand, Altera?
I'm not with Altera.
Since the sea truck has once again reached its limit, I swam down and spotted a large structure. Entering through the moon pool, we scanned Margaret's custom exosuit. Wishing I was cool enough to build something like that, I ran down the hallway and opened the next door.
I told you to stay off my land.
I'm Robin Ayu. I'm looking for information about my sister Sam. I think you might have crossed paths.
If you're not Altera, why don't you disable that damn tracking satellite tower instead of barging into my sea base? Maybe once Altera's off my back, I'll remember something about your sister.
She informs us that if we need any information about our sister, we'll need to shut down Altera's radio tower using this completely broken device. Before leaving, we checked the surrounding cliffs, where we found a water filtration suit and a spy pingling fragment. On the way back, Alan decided he had some very important information to share.
I have been able to sense the location of an important artifact. I will share its coordinates so you can look into it.
Got it.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Back at base, we crafted some synthetic fiber so we could make the Sea Truck Depth Upgrade Mark II. And just like that, we got the Mark II Depth Upgrade. This lets us travel down to 650 meters, which should hopefully bring us closer to figuring out what actually happened to our sister. Before diving back into the exploration, we needed to craft a spy
Without
penguin
spy
for an
penguins,
achievement.
Scientists may have never discovered that penguins incubate their eggs in small cave burrows, often alongside thermal lily roots.
Now, getting back into it, we headed towards Margaret's home. On the way, we found a prawn suit grappling arm fragment and even befriended a sea monkey right after porch pirating his fragment.
The sea monkeys have changed their tune.
Passing her base, we continued deeper into the unknown. We quickly found ourselves very close to a brand new Leviathan-class creature.
Proceed with caution. A Leviathan-class creature is near.
Completely ignoring the obvious danger, I jumped out of the sea truck to scan a prawn suit propulsion arm fragment and grabbed 2 pieces of kyanite. Using the trench in the center as cover, I went for more resources. Until a faint scream convinced me it was time to save the game. Right. I just heard the craziest scream ever. No, let go of me! Let go of me! Let go of me! Let go of me! How do I get out of this? How do I get out of this? Where did you come from? Oh my gosh, where did you even come from? Get me out of here. With my heart rate now higher than my sea truck's depth limit, I boosted out of there as fast as possible. After repairing the ship, we tried to sneak by. Turns out, there are 2 of them. After running away again, I decided it might be time to stop messing with that thing and find another way to progress. Before leaving, I grabbed some magnetite and another prawn suit propulsion arm fragment. In a nearby cave system, I found several thermal power plant fragments, which led me straight to the actual power plant. Here, we unlocked a booster tank from a databank. On the way back up to the surface, it became very clear this was not where I entered, mainly because of the giant jelly floating above me.
The vent garden harvests geothermal energy to nurture the life that grows within.
After a closer look, I spotted a hole that I could fit through, which led me into the vent garden. This vent garden had a bunch of plants I would probably forget about, but they are very useful. We might be back. Leaving that for now, I returned to base where I accidentally paused my recording and had to do a bit of catch up. So, to summarize, we drove deep into the unknown and found a beautiful biome packed with useful resources, nickel being one of them. Guarded by a patrolling well squid was an architect body cache Alan had mentioned at some point, and a room Alan was more than happy to explain again.
This skeleton is very dense, able to handle heavy forces. A good frame for my new form.
Are you okay, Alan?
It is not often that I gaze upon the form of a foreign architect.
Is this place another sort of sanctuary? It's peaceful. Beautiful, even.
As the bacterium spread, the continuation of life became uncertain. This is a place to reflect.
I think I understand.
Using the nickel we collected, we crafted a Mark III depth upgrade, which is when I realized I messed up my recording. Now back on track, we arrived at the Architect Artifact PK8, which rewarded us with another ion cube. Slightly disappointed, I headed back towards the surface, where I immediately ran into a very unique situation I had created for myself. As we approached the cave entrance, a Leviathan was waiting for us. At the same time, I was starving, so I was forced to make the very difficult decision and let the Leviathan have the first bite. We got Mr. Leviathan right there. We can get away from him. Oh, he's chasing us. Yeah, we're not getting away. We're grabbing. Get off me, you're not scary anymore. That bought me enough time to boost away and grab an Arctic peeper, narrowly avoiding starvation.
Vital signs stabilizing.
After refilling my hunger and thirst, we started some land exploration. First, we found a bridge that we needed to repair later.
There is something of significance beyond this bridge. It was important to Altera, but more important to me.
Will it help us build you a body?
I believe so, yes.
Seek shelter.
Below it, there was a cave with fevered peppers in it. These peppers actually end up saving our life.
This artifact could provide useful information. Processing. I can visualize a location where we may find an important component for my body. The image is hazy, but I am sure it is correct. The stark surface landscape, dangerously cold. Curved spires stretch to the sky.
Inside, we found a generator. After leaving to search for more land structures, we ran into these icebergs. Here we found an architect's satellite and nearly froze to death.
With this artifact, I am again able to trace the imprint.
Wait, I'm about to die.
They survived for a time.
Why am I freezing so fast? Wait. Luckily, my quick thinking and 2 peppers I had in my inventory brought me from one temperature to a comfortable 60. After that near-death experience, we moved to a nearby iceberg, where we found what I think was a ribcage and a locked door. Being stopped by this locked door, we made our way to the mainland. About 200 meters away from the drop pod, going unnoticed until now, I found a snowman. Destroy snowman. Oh, now I'm just sad. Now, with the snowman destroyed, I could see the Altera facility behind it. This is where we scanned our first 2 prawn suit fragments. Inside the building, we found a water filtration machine, a vending machine, and a picture of Sam's cat, Potato.
Oh, Potato. I miss that fluffy little couch walrus.
Heading down a valley outside the facility, we discovered that Altera had been studying the Architect teleporter.
Alan, what is this place?
It is architect technology. Standard for my people.
Well, nothing that your people do is standard to me. What is it?
This facility provides the means for rapid travel.
It seems to be inactive.
Without a vessel of my own, this site is not of any great utility.
I see.
With that being the final point of interest in the area, we returned to base and crafted the Sea-Truck horsepower upgrade. There we go, Sea-Truck horsepower upgrade crafted. Using my brand new horsepower upgrade, I went back to the broken bridge and grabbed the hydraulic fluid I somehow missed the first time. After that, I wandered the mainland a bit more and discovered another Altera facility.
Altera facility beacon detected nearby. Unique identifier. Phi Robotics Center.
We found something. Passing through the destroyed front gate, we learned that this was Sam's place of work and found a Snow Fox hoverpad fragment.
Phi Robotics. This is where Sam worked.
Okay. After scanning her parking space, we headed into the main building and found her Snow Fox completely dismantled on the counter.
Sam loved working here with her spy pinglings.
Do all humans like work?
The lucky ones do.
Are you lucky?
I used to think I was.
In one of the rooms, we found a large water bottle and a cold suit that we probably need later. Inside the other building, we found a power cell charger and a cat doing pull-ups. Hang in there, and this astronaut cat doing push-ups. That's cool. Or pull-ups, I mean. Out back, there was another Architect teleporter that they had been studying. Architect teleporter. On my way out, I noticed an ore vein in the ceiling packed with magnetite. Wait. So we threw down our little gravity ball and pulled it all down. After a bit more wandering, we found a cave to warm up in. Unfortunately, it was already occupied. Oh snap. I don't know if we can get by him. After evicting the current homeowner, we soaked up the warmth and kept moving. At the back of the cave, we uncovered a massive leviathan frozen in ice.
What happened here?
I sense many things here. Death among them.
Whoa. Taking the elevator up, we found some free synthetic fiber and reached the head of the leviathan. Please don't move. After slapping around its infection, I dropped down and grabbed some hydrochloric acid. Then I scanned its hand and my third prawn suit fragment. Before leaving, I grabbed Sam's necklace she had left sitting on a desk.
This was Sam's necklace. She never took it off.
On my way back to the water, I found a security room I had somehow walked right past earlier. I walked right by this, didn't even see it. All it had was a PDA and some Snowstalker fur. Back at base, we finally crafted that broken device Margaret gave us. Then we took it to the radio tower, plugged it in, and shut the whole thing down.
Do it. Please work. Yes. Satellite is down.
I am impressed. That was most resourceful.
All right, Altera. You win this round. Come find me at my greenhouse. I'm about 1 kilometer east of your position up on an iceberg. I have a present for you.
I'll come by if I have time.
Sure, whatever. If you have time for me in your busy social calendar.
After that, we headed back to the mine we found earlier. I ended up entering through a completely different entrance than I remembered. But it actually worked out perfectly because my final prawn suit fragment was sitting right at the bottom. Since that was everything we needed there, we went to visit Margaret at her greenhouse. Hello, I've made it. This is our first interaction with Margaret where she didn't immediately attack us.
Damn satellite hasn't passed by in a while. I guess that was your doing.
Sam's not the only one in the family who knew what to do with vague directions in Old Wire.
She was an original, that sister of yours. First time I met her, I was sure she was Altera through and through. Not a crease in her uniform. Sending those damn bird bots to spy everywhere. Then, she surprised me. Maybe a little too much.
Meaning?
If you really want to know, there's a PDA on the bench that can point you in the right direction. You need anything else? Don't bother me. But you can help yourself at the greenhouse. Least I can do to repay you for getting those spine pests off my back.
I've already synthesized an antidote and stashed it in a cave. I can go grab it and...
That's your plan?
You don't think it'll work?
You're thinking too small. Like maybe if you're polite enough about destroying the bacteria, Altera will come around and see it your way. But do you believe in yourself or not?
I think so.
You think so? Come on! Is the bacteria a threat, or isn't it?
It is.
Does it need to be dealt with or not?
It does.
So who's right on this?
I am.
Say it like you mean it.
I am.
I said like you mean it, not like you're testifying before a rigged transgov court.
I am.
Great. Then what you gotta do is seal off the whole cave. I've got just the stuff. Made it for fishing, but it blew the whole ice shelf halfway to deep space. Vaporized all the fish.
Okay.
And you gotta hit the lab too, or there's just no point. Actually, you know what? Let me take care of that one. It'll be fun.
After scanning her and her plants, we headed back to base. On the way, I got jump scared and lightly chewed on by a Leviathan. Oh, that's lovely. Or grabbed. On the bright side, we finally had everything we needed to build our own prawn suit. Let's go ahead and hit craft.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
After parking it in the moon pool, we gave it a Mark 1 depth upgrade, a propulsion arm, and a drill arm. Once suited up, I learned you can use fish as ammo. Oh my gosh. After I finished launching fish at everything, I gave my sea truck a backpack. Now the sea truck can carry my prawn suit, which makes getting around way easier. While taking my sea truck out for a test by getting some young caught anemone, I got juggled between two different species. Plant and animal. Okay, apparently they make you trip. There we go. Oh, please leave me alone. Why? They don't even really do anything, it's just annoying. No, how? I mean, come on. I just wanted some flowers. Anyway, after escaping that mess, I reached the surface and found a building hidden inside a cave. Inside, we unlocked swim charge fins, a bulkhead, a purple humidifier, and a nuclear reactor. After leaving the building, we started the hunt for gel sack, so we could make the hydraulic fluid and repair the bridge. During the hunt, we found an alien drill that got Alan talking again.
This site is one of some significance. Its data will assist us on our quest.
In the green area of the map, we found more wreckage we haven't been to yet.
Detecting bow of an astronautical Soltrans Gulf vessel nearby. Vessel name, Mercury 2.
The only thing we found that was worth our time were a few reactor rods. However, you can still find prawn suit fragments and parallel processing units here. Searching that biome a little more, we finally found some gel sacks. In addition, we also found the last ultra capacity tank fragment. Returning back at base, we immediately crafted the hydraulic fluid we needed for the bridge. Random fact, apparently if you whack at a plant, you get seeds, enabling yourself to grow more plants. I still can't believe it took me this long to figure it out. Next thing I wanted to work on before continuing the story was a base. We had an alright base, but I wanted something much better, so we went on a search to find the best location possible for this base. While driving around looking for a base spot, we found another Alan statue, and he really wanted to have a conversation about it.
Another site found, but I cannot yet tell whether the others survived. Still, it holds valuable information. I hope you will find more. The network is indicating more of my people's technology, but the images I am receiving are fragmented, repeating. I am struggling to locate them precisely.
Fragmented images? Why would that happen?
I can only theorize that the locations are deep and shielded by a refractive material. Perhaps amongst large crystal formations. Our searches have been useful, but ultimately I have no definitive evidence as to the fate of my people. The network I hoped to rejoin may no longer exist. I cannot feel it.
After some more searching and not finding a perfect spot, I decided I wanted to upgrade the base I had. This decision led me to collecting lithium and nearly being eaten. Oh! No! Oh. Before building structure, I needed to upgrade my lungs, so I crafted up the ultra capacity tank. Now it's time to rebuild and upgrade our base. Let's make this base worthy of a 100% playthrough. Time to build. Grabbing plants from the greenhouse is the last step to having a complete base. We grabbed all the plant types I might need. Back at base, we filled all the planters with seeds. Then we fixed the bridge to progress.
I'm sensing interesting patterns to the northeast. It would be worth investigating. But be careful.
Of what?
I recall ravenous creatures tunneling beneath the ice.
Alan warning us about some large creatures had me a little nervous. We ignored him, like always, and wandered deeper into the icy wasteland. Not far from the bridge, we found a structure that unlocked to us the thumper. Then we heard this. What was that? Let me slow it down and zoom in a bit. Yeah, that giant tail was an ice worm leviathan thing. I didn't know it at the time since it was my first ever playthrough. Luckily I made the smart decision to go back and suit up. We're on land now. If I hadn't, I don't know how this could have turned out. Now in the prawn suit, I headed back in. It wasn't long before I met one of those worms face to face, and I wasn't ready for it. What was that? What was that? Oh, I don't know if they can grab you or what, but that scared me so bad. What was the point in doing that? Then, I got to see one out of the ice.
There's almost certainly vital information pertaining to my body construction nearby.
Why was that thing so big? Eventually, I found an architect cable that led me to a door. Inside, we found Alan's crushed cousin and learned how to 3D print them.
That is a rough way to go.
Yes, I would not enjoy being crushed while mining iron cube components.
The cold preserved the body well, but this isn't a big sample. Will it be enough?
Our tissues are pluripotent, derived from the DNA of various species, capable of changing form as necessary.
Like stem cells. So what prevents you from, I don't know, ending up with hooves where your eyelashes should go?
That does not happen. At least not since the 4th iteration.
Making my way back, I was once again attacked. Lost and running for my life, I found an ion mining site and a teleporter that had this cool elevator thing. Anyway, back at the teleporter, I noticed you could turn it on. I tried taking the prawn suit with me, just in case, but it wouldn't let me through. So I got out and hoped for the best. This took me to Sam's place of work. Nothing else really happened between here and base, but the next thing we needed was Snowstalker fur. You can get Snowstalker fur in two ways, either off the ground in caves, or pulling it from the source with a spy pingling. After farming the Snowstalker, I put her back uninjured. Then I used the pingling to grab the cure, which was literally 15 meters from the Snowstalker.
Sam must have stashed this here.
Back at base, we crafted every piece of the cold suit. Then went outside and hopped on a floating piece of ice to craft the snow fox. With my prawn suit getting left 1,400 meters from base by accident, I went back to retrieve it, and got to test the bike. Now there's one last thing to do. We need Alan's final piece, and there's only one place that could be. I attempted sneaking by and dodging, however that didn't seem possible. After retreating and repairing my ship, I had to come up with a plan. Before long, I had it. All I had to do was hide inside the sea truck. If I'm not touching the controls when the Leviathan comes by, I get to live. However, it was learning to trick me by phasing through rocks and doing double takes, trying its hardest to catch me lacking. I wasn't falling for his tricks though. I wandered this place forever, searching every crack for Alan's body part. Eventually, I drove straight through the middle of these crystals and spotted a hole in the center. Here it is, Alan's final piece.
You will be able to construct bionic organs with the scanned material, both primary and secondary. Our designs provide for redundancies.
Given your current location, I think they could still be improved.
Your feedback has been noted. You have scanned all the components we need to make a storage, body.
Are you excited?
Using the chemical compounds available in your body, I am able to approximate what you might call cautious optimism. We have gathered the necessary components to begin constructing my body.
Great. What's next? Let's get you out of my head.
First, you must find the fabrication facility. It is concealed at some depths.
Fabrication facility. So you planned on needing to make new bodies?
It is a standard medical facility.
A medical facility where you just replace your whole body when it wears out? Sounds a little beyond standard to me.
Ours was a research mission of the highest importance.
So, what were you, a scientist like me?
I am a scientist now.
So what happened? Your team found the vaccine and then...
Please, Robin, you have the components. Find the facility and construct the body.
Okay, but don't think I don't notice you changing the topic.
These items and a medical facility was all we needed. Lost trying to find my way out, I found some red cube biome place that I tried peeking into. As cool as this place was, and knowing the facility had to be here, I was chased off by distant screams. On our way back to base to gather the stuff, we stopped by Margaret's place to check out a room that was blocked last time. We found a stove and a sink and a PDA I'd never listened to. Most importantly though, we found this thing lying on a table that we missed before.
New technology acquired.
This was the key to beating the game. There was currently only one item we didn't have to complete the body, and it was right by base. Without wasting any time at all, I grabbed it and headed back to the Crystal Caves. While diving through, unafraid of any danger with my new defense, I somehow dodged a Leviathan. Not sure how I didn't get eaten, I pressed on to the red cube area of the map. Now knowing the screams were coming from the same Leviathan, I could move forward without being scared.
I sensed the presence of a substantial facility in the area. Unable to identify.
As it circled back, I got to test my new defense system. Hearing Leviathans from my left and my right, I knew my defense system was not prepared to get double-teamed. So I shocked the one chasing me and spotted a safe place. Not only was it safe, but more importantly, it was the facility we were looking for. Enjoy the end.
Once you have used the fabricator to build each component, we can assemble them.
And then we can transfer you out of my head?
I am anticipating it as much as you are.
So Alan, you said your people came here in search of a cure?
I was a researcher.
You were a scientist? Like me?
My people regarded my scientific contributions with particular interest.
As I said, like me.
If that is your interpretation.
So how did your valuable scientific mind wind up infected?
Not my mind, my body. Perhaps you should build the next component.
So you came here to search for a cure?
I led the mission.
Does that mean the bacteria got out on your watch?
This subject is uncomfortable. If you would like to know more, I will ask that you first construct the final component. This is the last piece. Soon I will be autonomous again.
What will you do with your newfound freedom?
I must return home to make amends.
Amends? For the bacterium? There seems to be a lot you're not telling me.
It is hard for me to find the words. I must collect my thoughts. We have all the necessary components. You may initiate body fabrication sequence from the terminal.
You still owe me an explanation.
I understand.
Commencing storage medium fabrication.
The escape of the bacteria was an accident. I thought my solution was foolproof. I was wrong.
Did you cause the accident?
Yes.
Oh.
I do not wish to speak about it.
We can come back to this.
What are you doing?
Research. Tit for tat. You've probed my mind. I scan your body.
Commencing data transfer.
Did it work? Are we...
It has been some time since I last stretched out in so many dimensions. Like waking from a dream.
Whoa. Hey. You're really not in my head anymore?
There are some remnants. Would you like your memories of me removed as well?
Are you kidding? No way. You still owe me the end of your story.
I told you I must return home. To assess. Repair. Make amends.
Tell me more.
When the bacteria escaped, it was my fault. I disobeyed the directive from my network.
Oh, no.
We noticed that a species of Leviathan young produced an enzyme that is efficient against the bacteria. I thought if we incubated sea dragon eggs, we might expedite their hatching. I was not wrong.
But
it would appear that sea dragon parents are stronger and more motivated than our facility was rated to handle.
And the bacteria got out, infecting everything. How many survived the outbreak back home? Are they still waiting for someone to bring back a cure?
I do not know.
Can I help?
The fact that I withheld this information does not concern you.
It was certainly manipulative. And I've also made my own share of mistakes. I'm still committed to helping.
I accept your help. Find me at the gate when you are ready. In the meantime, I must prepare.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Are you preparing to leave, Alan?
Yes. There is much to do. Do you still wish to leave with me? Beyond this teleporter, there is no turning back.
Are you kidding? I can't pass up a chance to see where architects come from. Besides, I don't have another ride.
I do not know what we will find there. The others may be sick or angry, if they live at all.
Or you could find peace. Family.
I hope you are right. Please complete any business you still have on this planet. Join me on the other side when you are ready to leave. Robin, you're just in time. The phase gate is opening.
You've been hiding a phase gate here this whole time?
Only for the last millennium. It will lead us home.
No wonder you hid yourself from Altera.
It was imperative to keep the homeworld safe, in hopes that the others survived.
Yeah.
Help me prepare the ship. The energy masts must be moved into place.
Well, this is different.
Return to me and I will initiate ship assembly. Thank you. The masts are in place. The energy field is ready. There is no time to lose. Join me, Robin. I apologize. The levitator was calibrated for heavier bodies. I would have helped you to your feet, but as you can see, I have been fully integrated with the ship.
Is this permanent?
Nothing is permanent. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, you could say that. Ready to leave the past behind.
Good. Please brace yourself, and then we will depart. Launching in 3, 2, 1.
What will we find when we get there?
If I am the last of my kind, I will experience the sorrow of 10,000 souls dimming.
And if they survived?
With you, I am ready to face whatever awaits.
If you've made it this far, I'd just like to say thank you for watching, and have a great day.